What's going on, everyone? It is June 16th, 2025. And I appreciate you all for being here. We didn't get to go live yesterday, but here we are today. And I appreciate all you guys for being here. Now, we're going to talk about finding your soul. We're going to talk about finding your soul. You have to become so relaxed that you're basically going to die. You have to be so relaxed that nothing matters. I think you nocturnalized. Yeah. I appreciate your music. Maybe you can send me it sometime. Murder Drone, Griffin, hello everyone. If you have any questions, so to know the meaning of life, if you actually want to find your soul, you have to become completely relaxed, as if you're going to die. Because do you know what happens when you die? Well, you become completely relaxed. The thing is most people can't completely relax. It's not possible for them. I'm so grateful for when I die, serving my body to Mother Nature. Yeah. We all go back to the earth. Did you ever see somebody die? You could even see an animal. Hello, butter. Thanks everyone for being here. You just sat up. You just sat up from bed, Matthew DaCosta. Hey, yeah. That's pretty much what I do. I'm so grateful to be here with all you guys. Yeah. Yeah. If you ever seen an animal die or a person, where do they go? You see something changes in them, but what is that? Hello, Carter. Why have you been exhausted though lately, Matthew DaCosta? The best thing about life is getting to a stillness where you're just completely relaxed. You don't have to do nothing. That is the problem with most of the world. They just can't do nothing. They can't even do things completely relaxed. Changing your body takes a lot of psychologically takes a lot of you. Yeah. If we go like look out Mother Nature, it would just see it was seem like a still picture, but you that's just what you see to the eye because it's very it's so still, but it's very much alive. And that is a representative of ourselves. So just as the nature is super still and it doesn't seem like it's anything, we are pretty much the same. It's so difficult for human ego to understand that so simple thing. Yeah. I appreciate you what you said about the music nocturnalize. In America, in America, you usually die in hospitals. We don't They hide death from you in America. And when you grow up in a village, when you grow up in India, they go burn the body right there. They have burial grounds. Well, you know, cinerary grounds. You just go and walk up to them, and they're feeding the body to the fire. Why are my nails so long? Because I just didn't cut them. I'm not a perfectionist. You used to be. Mm, I don't get like how you're doing that, Matthew. But yeah, if you can align your body to basically its natural state, so like sitting up straight, anybody that stands straight like an animal, or when they sit straight, the energy can move through you. I mean, if you're like slouched over all the time, one, it's gonna eventually hurt your back. And two, the energy is just not gonna flow. Yeah. It actually takes more energy out of you to sit hunched over. Yeah. I actually did cut one of my nails the other day. If they got too big, well, yeah, I would cut them. They usually, because of my job, they usually just break off. So, yeah. Yeah, so if you sit hunched over, or if you sit, let's just say your body sits unaligned with the solar system, because energy basically goes up and down, and this is the meaning of the cross part of it. The cross goes up and down, which is infinite. And if you sit like slouched, it would actually consume more energy out of you. Yeah, that's interesting. Your breath is directly connected to your physical geometry. Yeah. Yeah, so as we were talking, the goal in life, if you didn't know, because no one really knows, is actually to become the most relaxed you can become. Because the more relaxed you are, the better you feel. The more calm you are, you get all the answers. When you do things with ease, well, like they're nothing, then you don't spend that much energy on them. In the West, they call it the flow, letting things flow. But I'm telling you, all the religious texts, they just want you to be in uttermost calmity, the most relaxed state you can get is the most best. It's hard to be straight. Not really. It is if you've like slouched most of your life, but it brings you back to like your nature. I mean, of course, some people might forget, and I've even told people before, but they're just oblivious. All right. Nocturnal Eye said, yesterday, funny day, and beautiful too. He said he saw a baby, and it was the only natural thing, and the people, the grown ups, their expressions were fake and shit. Yeah, it's because a baby is non judgmental and they make you feel good. So you might not see it now, but when people have their ego on, their ego, it's actually repulsive to you. That's why a lot of people are repulsive to you. You might not even know it. Babies are just like living in spirit. They basically are God. And if this lags at all, please let me know. But babies are basically God or with God. Most people don't know this. And it's always going to feel very good to be around a baby. So the real reason people want babies is actually not even to grow a baby. It's because it's harmony. You see? It's like going from the city, the noise and the busk. Then it's like going out in complete Mother Nature, surrounded by all the elements. I mean, you're just going to feel something different. So, secretly, why women love babies so much is because it represents themselves. Yeah, the babies can't even think. So, their spirit is just on their face. And women love this. You felt the cross within many times. Yeah, there's that picture of like Da Vinci. He has like the human body spread out up and down, and that's kind of like the cross. Matthew DaCosta said, "It's all a feeling." Yeah, that's actually how we communicate with plants. When we see a plant and it's in our house, we say, "Oh, it's dying." Well, that's because it's communicating with us. Same thing when it's alive. But we can actually even communicate with it more if we focus enough on it. Yeah, the world. Hold on. You want to make the world exactly look like home? Yeah. Yeah, even when I was like, took this partial college, I think it was psychology, and they actually talked about the flow state in there. So we have these things that talk about stillness, but people don't, they can't describe it. Yeah. And it's usually hidden, nocturnalized. When you're calm, you control the illusion of time. Yeah, yeah. Because this is why they say, like, the Father, the Holy Trinity. It's why they say God is eternal. Because when you become so still, you you're not thinking. There's no calendar. There's no thing you have to do. You just become blissful. There's no time on your mind. And when there's nothing on your mind, You literally, your awareness goes all around you. You merge with your surroundings. Yeah. But you still have to work out because your breathing muscles. Yeah, you're Matthew. Yeah, you're always to be in awareness. It, it takes to stay in it. It takes a certain amount of energy, and this is what most people miss. They don't understand that you actually have to have like a good energy to rest in here. So some people only get there for like a minute, or they can be in there for a couple minutes. But that's great. You just basically want to bring it into your all day experience. And this is what most people, when they teach spirituality, mainly the people online, where else would you hear from? They don't teach you ways to sustain that. And if your body's not set for it, like, so if you've been drinking caffeine all your life, nonstop, like a roller coaster, and let's just say you just had a really hard life, you smoke cigarettes day in and day out, and a lot of your life was miserable. You basically you do things to take away your energy. It's gonna be hard to sit still. Therefore, there's things you can do to where you can sit still again. Yeah. But working out is also, it's the best thing for the human body. Yeah. Hey, MAMA. I've seen that. If anyone has some knowledge they'd like to kick, if you have any questions. Yeah. But that's the thing with a lot of these spiritual people online. They don't talk about the other side. I mean, like 99% of them. Because you actually want to sustain this awareness, and most people are not going to be able to do that. It's uncomfortable. Nah, it's nah. Yeah. I couldn't sit with my spine straight because my body was messed up for 9 years, and I would be like, I'll take this off, but I would be like so slouched. I didn't have the energy to even move my back up. Yeah, just like recently, I can do it again. What you taking the phone right next to the shower? You don't get spirituality. Doctors say your breathing is permanently diminished as you age. I, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. So I can't really say anything about that. Um, if you smoke cigarettes all your life, and if you don't work out your lungs, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to breathe when you get older. Yeah. Yeah, I actually did get good rest last night. Thanks, thanks, I appreciate that. Working out to either use it or lose it. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And like thankfully for me, I worked out like all of my life. So my natural breath is very calm, and my the energy from doing all those workouts, even I may overdid it at some times, they still got my body, the energy in my body up. Talking about it and sharing about it makes no sense. How is it a topic? Well, just know when they refer, just know it's not going to make sense. First of all, people don't can't explain it, and what God is, what they refer to, and when you hear about spirituality, when you hear about Buddhism, and when you hear about yoga, even the Catholics, they're referring to the divine stillness inside of you. So any one of those words in everything just goes back to stillness, because we are stillness. That's it's that simple. And the thing is, you actually have to feel this. You can acquire as much knowledge as you want, and it does help you when you're actually want to learn, but it actually just turns most people to turmoil. It's just a feeling, and it's utter stillness. So, and when you become, and when you feel this stillness inside of you, there's no thoughts going on in your mind at the time. Therefore, you can get all the knowledge, but there are techniques, and there is just Yeah, you actually have to experience it, but it's a forever experience. It's not like something you experience and it goes away. It's your fundamental who you are. It's your nature. Did you ever go on nicotine? A year, like the 2 years ago, because my body was messed up and I wanted to see what a freshly rolled cigarette would do. And my friend actually, he rolls his own cigarettes. So we were hiking and I heard it boosts your metabolism, and my metabolism was messed up. So I did smoke like a couple cigarettes with him. Yeah, I mean, I would never, I prefer to like smoke like something natural. I probably wouldn't smoke the cigarettes they have in stores, but I did smoke like a couple cigarettes, basically like hand rolled ones. Yeah, I appreciate you, AMA. YMCA. Yeah, I've never had no desire to smoke a cigarette, like at all. It's never even crossed my mind up until that point. Yeah. And I have a chronically sick friend from that stays in France, and we're really good friends, best friends. And he told me that like nicotine actually reversed a lot of chronically sick people. So nicotine is actually medicinal. Yeah, I wouldn't want to miss the stream either, Matthew DaCosta. Who wants to miss a stream of presents? A snap crackle fizzle stream. Can you tell us about the deepest spiritual experience you had? Well, the the deepest that it goes is non-thinking. Like I've had like little spiritual experiences, but like those are kind of just like entertainment. The deepest one is just that I stopped thinking. Like your mind, when you're thinking, you live in your own reality, and it even seems good. But once you actually stop thinking, your reality becomes uh, just on the outside, it, and your focus shifts from you thinking you're right here, like in your thoughts. It shifts, and now you're focused like on this energy around you. and so you have no thoughts. Therefore, you're just feeling if any message is coming into you, and you are feeling the epitome of life, which is just the feeling of being alive. And nothing can feel better than that. Yeah. You know, when my body was got messed up, and I sat outside of my body for 9 years, and I'm still getting integrated back into it. That's because I was about to die. Okay, and it continued every day. So that was an experience, like the next biggest spiritual experience. Yeah. Good question. Good morning, Zach. You come to the best place. Yeah. Thanks for coming, amigo. Sometimes, like, there's a lot more Mexicans moving in. I might see them at the store, and I'll be like, "Hola," and they'll just look at me like they'll just look at me like in bewilderment. Yeah, I don't really like going to the stores anymore. I do like when I have to go. Yeah, but I wish I could see people like outside, like in nature, getting together out there. Yeah, the best around. Matthew DaCosta. The best place is to be with us. Thank you. Thank you for coming, Zach. Yes, yes, I have had it. Because once you realize it, uh, you you would have to like force it to go away, and you'd have to try so much. Like, if you're already seeing your thoughts, you're already almost there. So there's three types of people. There's one person that's just completely caught up in the external, and they just respond to every thought they have. They don't even know they're having thoughts. The awakening person, they start to feel stuff, but they're only small smidgets, and then they start to like actually see their thoughts. When you be And that is a partial realization. That's like halfway, half of it, but that can get you to the full thing. When you don't have none, like if you're not watching your thoughts or have done any type of practice, you're not just going to go into it. And yes, when I've had the awareness, it's always there. You just want to get to a point where you can be so at ease and then there's nothing on your mind. Yeah. And when this happens, when it truly happens, your whole life is going to change. You're going to want to change your whole life like accordingly. Yeah. Yeah, the thoughts don't matter when you're aware. Yeah, like I can have a thought. Yeah. I, but most of the time I don't. Okay? But if I do have a thought, let's just say I'm going to the library to read a book. I can still see, or if a thought just pops in, I see through it. So, oh, I know it's a thought, and it has no resemblance. It's not, oh, this person is making me suffer. Da 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 da. It means nothing. People always have a underlining meaning to their thought, but eventually they don't really even come in anymore. And when they do come in, it's you see right through them. They quickly dissipate. Well, what makes me sick, nocturnalize, and it's difficult to race away. Well, that's kind of weird, nocturnalized, because when you wake up is when you have like nothing on your mind. So that's the best time to contemplate and try to stay in that nothingness. Because especially in the morning, when your mind is so clear, if you take in that clearness and just sit with it for longer times, it can go with you the whole day. Something must be going on because to have like randomness thoughts as soon as you wake up, that's very rare to happen. Yeah. So we'd have to see like what's going on. I will say though, you are young nocturnalized, but at the same time, you when you get up, your mind should be the most clear. Yeah, I'd have to know like specifics on that. Yeah. Anytime you get more into your head, it always takes joy from you. Because it takes energy. So when you're always concentrated on thoughts, your focus, it takes your life. Whereas you're not thinking and you're just coming into your being, you're just being there. You're that energy isn't being sapped by the uncontrolled brain. Yeah. Thoughts are based on feelings. That is very wise. AMA. Really, you can only have two feelings when you're thinking. Is your thought positive or do you feel negative? If it's a positive thought, well, then you're going to have positive outcomes. If you're stuck in a negative thought, and it can be underlying. If you hate Trump, that's a negative thought. So you cause a negative vibration. In that way, you're going to see turmoil in your life or a consequence, a sequence of events that you don't like to happen. Yeah. Hello, Bradley. Bradley's back. He's back for the buffet. He's back again for the all you can eat buffet. We're at the final supper. Yeah. You find people less interesting after your awakening experience. AMA. Well, it could be that now you're not entertaining it anymore and you've seen something more. So it could be that it was just a facade the whole time. Maybe it was entertaining you up to a point, or maybe it was never entertaining to you at all. You just thought it was. Well, yeah. The thing is, though, when you do, like, when you do music, you have to, like, feel it. If if you're doing it because, like, you gotta grind it out, which is that's the way it is with our society. You may not feel it all the time. Okay, you can only do it as long as you feel it. Yeah. And so that is what they call the flow state. You once you don't want to do anything anymore or you need to do something else, you're not trying to force that thing that you were doing. It's kind of like you drop it and you do something else. Yeah. And you'll always feel something what you should be doing, the message comes from right around the heart. I hate being fake and trying to make small talk. Yeah, Bradley, you're just trying to conserve your energy, and once if you have a surplus of energy, then you can use it on people. Yeah, a big thing about spirituality, especially like in yoga, this is like the whole kundalini thing. They want you to increase your energy so you have energy to give everybody and even more. When you have like no energy, you're not going to want to do anything. You're not going to be able to sit in awareness. It's going to be so hard to do it. And life is energy. The more energy that you have, the better that you feel. Yeah. Yeah. If I don't have a lot of energy for some reason, aka my body being messed up, yeah, but my energy is very low. most probably most some of the lowest in the world. And I won't go like waste energy on people. If there was a someone like spiritual and wanting to learn, I would dedicate all my energy to them, even when I have little to none. But those people just aren't like all walking around me. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you feel so amazing, nothing is really a problem to you. You can you can take on task, you can go do whatever, and then you're just going to lead the life you want to live. So the things you even want to experience, or they're just going to naturally fall into place. Yeah. It, and again, it's not even thinking about it. Once you get into this Christ state, you just get the answers, and you'll get it, and then you'll just go execute it. It will just come into you. And we've all had this happen, like on smaller increments. Yeah, I don't like fake smiles. Yeah. A- Well, a lot of people don't even like fake smile around me, but a lot of people have been angry, like lately. Yeah. A lot of people just look mean or they're angry. There's been no faking it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're like an introvert, it all depends on the person, but AMA, it can also, yeah, it can drag you in. Yeah. That that's why you have to be cool. You have to notice when your energy is here, And doesn't mean you have to be mean to people, but if you notice someone's about to like take your energy and keep trying to talk to you, just say hi, uh whatever, you have to go. You don't have to fall into anyone's trickery. A lot of people are like leeches. They're trying to suck your energy. Oh, one more minute. Oh, I got one more thing I want to say to you. Yeah, and so you got to watch out for them leeches. Th- yeah. Yeah, avoid all the negativity. And yeah, like you're naturally going to want to do that, and there can be a lot of negativity around. So it comes back to how you want to live your life, the area that you're in. Are you doing what you feel you should be doing? Yeah. We can even see negativity as kind of like neutral. Yeah. Just don't pay it no mind. Yeah. It's hard for me because I don't know when I'll be able to eat, and I'm already feeling hunger pains. Uh, well, it will get better, Matthew DaCosta. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know like the severity of it. If you're talking like at work, all you can eat knowledge buffet. Yeah. We're all eating a little bit right now. And some things you're going to find along the way. We do get to know our body a little bit more. Yeah. And when we're really on the path, then everything happens in divine timing. Yeah. But I'd have that's like very like intricate. I'd have to like really go and see like what's going on right there. Huh. Of course I feel it, but what feeling leads to action? Well, it's what it's just the feeling of it propels you to do it. It literally pulls you. There's great questions today. It's like a magnet, you know. If you're with a woman that you love, you're gonna feel some pull just towards her. Even more so though, if you have a feeling of doing music, y- it's not gonna like lift your body up. You will have to like move your body, of course, and do the action, but there's not gonna be really no thought behind it. because the feeling is just going to be vibrating. Yeah. And you're going to be so joyful that you want to do it, you're just not even going to be really thinking. Did you ever see a kid or anybody, a grown adult, when they really love, when they're so joyful in what they're doing, they're they're like not caught up in anything else. They're not even thinking. Yeah. Yeah. If you're very low on energy, nocturnalized, maybe you could like have a feeling to do something, and it could be like harder for you, like if you don't have energy, then you're not just it might not be easy to like go do it even though the feeling's there, but if you have the feeling, then you have the energy. Yeah. Because the feeling of resting, it's okay. I don't want to do nothing. That's what rest is. Hello, little Miss Sunshine. You're finally off work. The sun is coming up over me, and let's bring bunch of blessings to everybody. I hope your life is filled with fortunes. The life is not about me. It's not even about you. It's about all of us giving knowledge and helping humanity. Well, it is, yes, and that has been a topic lately. Matthew DaCosta is, I don't know where you live, but most of the food quality around here, even my mom was saying this yesterday, she just feels like all the food just basically sucks. And she just, at that point, she doesn't even want to eat it. Yeah. And sometimes it's really expensive to get the highest quality food. Yeah. That's why when people end up spending money on high quality food, they're like, usually that's all they spend their money on. Yeah. Why do you think they've been angry? That's a great question. Because the world is changing literally right now, and every second, there also was just a full moon. But people that are unbalanced, if you hear people say, "Oh, the world is shifting and people are splitting to 3D and 5D," they don't know what that means. None of them do. what it, what they're trying to say can be seen more so, Just with the war, with the protest, it's these people that never done the inner work and that haven't begun to realize yet the positivity and the new that's coming in. It's too strong for them, so they just go out of whack. Their system gets zapped. Yeah, that's that's why. That was a great question. Well, I mean, that's great, Matthew. Where are you from, DaCosta? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can get any better than that, Matthew. I love pork. I actually had pork last night. And like right now, I don't, my money's just been not there. So I've done things where there's times where I don't always eat the highest quality food. I mean, yeah. And then you might know somebody or someone that gives you deals on food. So there's that too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not that expensive to it can be, but there's definitely ways to micromanage for expensive foods. Yeah. It all depends like what you want. Oh damn, I'm like so far behind. Well, I just scooted down on the comments. Why do you think it's changing so much right now? Just because there was so much dark, the dark eventually has to forfeit, and then it's gonna bring everything's gonna come to the light. So we're gonna be going in, we're transitioning, and just if you hear in you, they're called the Yugas, the Native Americans, all the ancient cultures talk about this. The way we are with the planetary system, it just has effects on the world, and so we're coming basically out of the darkest age, or and we're still in it technically. You'll know because stuff, we're gonna be more free. There's not gonna be, what people call slaves, or there's gonna be a divide. You're gonna be a slave because you've not waken up. Yeah, that's why everyone in here, you'll see, they all have similar thoughts. We all do because this is a God thing. I didn't go and tell all these people, yeah, 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 think like me and tell everybody in the chat. Well, just because it's dark to the rest of the world or some people, it doesn't mean it's dark for you, AMA. It could be the best time of your life. Yeah. It's more so like a karma thing that beats even what's the world only lets you get to it when you let it disturb you. Sorry, I'm going back up here. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay, Matthew. Yeah, sitting next to the sea is like the best thing ever. That's always been like an intuition, a forewition I've had, nocturnal eyes, and especially like in a sitting next to the sea is probably the best optimal experience for the human being. Yeah, probably for most animals too. Uh, but Greece, yeah, Greece and Rome, and they're probably like the ideal places to live. Yeah. It's all right, Matthew. Yeah, I mean, you just have to let people be, Matthew DaCosta. People try to bring me down every day, and but the more positive that I'm feeling, or the more healthy I am, good I am, that stuff doesn't bother me at all. You feel so good that none of that even bothers you. Yeah. And then if people or you'll eventually just leave them, like you won't even want to be around them anymore. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're unemployed, Matthew DaCosta. I mean, if if you don't mind me asking where you're from, and like, it doesn't matter if you're unemployed. That's just, yeah, I understand society might look at you weird, but fuck them. You probably feel better unemployed. Yeah, and you could go solve a problem on Earth. You could go save someone from dying. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're unemployed or not. In fact, it just matters what you want to do. And there's so many people unemployed. There's people who live in villages that don't even work for money. Maybe not in America, but South America. You're trapped in the state of Massachusetts. Okay. Yeah. The you have signs up. People are being energy vampires. Yeah, that's crazy. Boar's Head does have like high quality meat. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying about the leeches a second ago. If if somebody is like trying to keep talking to you, don't feel bad that you have to go. If you don't want to give someone your time, then you don't want to give someone your time. So you do that. You don't fend to yourself. The men in robes tell the men in uniform what to do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and people are going to see that eventually, Matthew. Yeah, see, little Miss Sunshine is a bursting example of this. You know, she doesn't get mad and she don't toil with their games. Therefore, it doesn't affect her. Yeah, and in fact, it actually invigorates her more and it empowers her more. Yeah. She said I work at Walmart. Yeah, I almost working at Walmart's uh, probably actually it's fun because there's just a lot of like I don't know about the night shift or if it is open overnight because all the Walmarts near me they're not open 24/7 anymore as they used to be before COVID. But like when you work in a store like that, there's there's so many departments and shit you can do, so it's not like one job you just do the same thing all the time. Yeah. But I can only imagine like people overnight like just trying to suck your energy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people do it during the day, so do people seem low nowadays? AMA. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How many times do you usually eat a day, Matthew? Are you having like digestive issues? Who doesn't identify with the mind? Yeah, there were certain people when they come around. Yeah, you just have to like tough it out, and it sucks. But at the same time, just run it as a test, and really shouldn't bother you, or it should get to a point where they just go away, you know, and if the problem ex- exacerbates, then you're just gonna have to leave. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Walmart and the stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bradley. Yeah, life is above humanity, MAA. I'm not sure what you're like saying though. Yeah. Well, that's nice of you, Bradley. That's nice of you, Bradley. Splitting the 5D with a 3D. Yeah, it's like first of all, those are symbols, but like what does that even mean? Just type it in on YouTube. I'm on the East Coast of the United States, nocturnalize. Wow, time is, we're just flying in here. God bless all you guys. It doesn't matter if you have a job, if you're unemployed, if you're staying at a family's home, if you're pulling an Eckhart Tolle and you're sleeping on the bench. Doesn't matter if you're homeless, if you're traveling the world, just know your being. Reality is fine to it's fine where you are and you are loved. You are alive. God bless all you guys. Yeah. I'm eating good today. I'm going to have a bison steak. Wow, that's it's probably the best it gets. He said I'm eating well, so you might as well. I got my hair down today, right now. Yeah, a bison steak. I could go for a bison steak. What will happen to people to come back to that question? AMA. They're, they're just gonna they're just gonna go loony. Their system of energies that we can't see. It's just gonna make their mind go erratic. Also, evil people, they're gonna get fear. It's gonna be more deeper fear for them. Stuff is just basically gonna balance out. We're probably gonna be working less, so the new work hours, we might not go full to like a utopia or a Garden of Eden, but we're going to be doing jobs where we feel more fulfilled, things we want to do. we're definitely going to have more leisure time, okay? And instead of having like a mandatory 8, it's going to be like more like 4, okay? US Illinois. Oh, I forgot. There's a southern twang in here. Yeah. Well, Greece does seem like the best place to go. Like, you probably live in the best place for weather. Maybe with laws and regulations too nocturnalized. Yeah. But Illinois sounds like it has like very nice like wildlife and like some backdrop like waterfalls. Yeah. Yeah, drastic change. I'm so glad to hear that nocturnalized. May the force be with you. Ooh. Yeah, like in even in the movies, may the force be with you. What is the force? Yeah, see, great stuff is happening around with everybody. Nocturnalized, helping his diabetes. AMA has a great last 2 3 years. I mean, yeah, Matthew DaCosta just got $5 in his bank account, and he actually got a donation from Bradley. What common thoughts do you have? AMA, building a community. Um, Mine might be a little bit different, but helping humanity, having more leisure time for people eating healthy, people just being outside, you know, being out in nature. And it, I'm going to try to go on later tonight and I'm going to try to be out in the woods. I mean, most people in here have the like same common thoughts. Wow, Riley. Thanks for doing that. That's an act of kindness. A man of God. You'll probably dance during the apocalypse. Well, that was funny of you. You've lit a flame in me and it won't go out. Well, thank you. I mean, I don't know if you were talking about someone else, but we're here just to light those flames inside of us. We are just those flames. burning up in God's residue. I'm all the years I scrolled through YouTube shorts and I found this bearded guru. Um, the beard came to me. Yeah. You know, I came to you too, Bradley. I thank you for that. You would make a Mad Max community. I don't even think I've ever seen that. Yeah. Beef, then whole milk. Wow. Yeah. I feel like also if you just like go outside and just ask like the homeless do, and some of them aren't even homeless. I'm just using that to categorize them. You can get money pretty easily. It's not. I, literally 2 days ago, literally, someone that I know, he does have his own place, but he said he didn't have any food, and he said he had to go get some. So, as in like he had to like beg for money, and if I had money, I would have gave it to him. But like, yeah, I mean, it's you wouldn't even know what some people have to do because they don't even like talk about it. Usually, they just go and get straight to action. The nice emojis are back. Well, AMA, once you're resonating at a positive, whatever feeling, then nothing disturbs you. Even if someone yells at you, it's kind of like you just laugh. You know it's not real. You know it's not serious. It, really, it's never ever that serious. it it's only fundamentally as serious as you take it. But why are they feeling so good? Because they just don't, they're not bothered by whatever goes on. You know, Buddha said he'll go to hell. If Buddha wasn't go, if Buddha would never go to hell if he wasn't feeling good. So we have to feel amazing, which is up to us, and then everything will just fall accordingly. We won't really run into negative people. And the times that we do, we're it's just we're gonna feel so good. It's just gonna be like a breeze going past us. Yeah, I've done that so many times in my life. But if you get caught up in the argument and want to freaking bark them out, well then you kind of lose yourself. But you just come back after whatever is going, and then you might be worked up for a little bit, and it maybe resides on your mind, But then it all drops away. Hopefully that answered that AMA. I'm not sure if you're what you mean by duck society, and I don't know if you're asking me that. Getting fun food. Yeah, I mean, that's great. You're getting food stamps. Yeah. You feel the same way for food stamps? Yeah, I mean, my I was gonna pay for it with my money. It wasn't that much, but it was like $25. But my brother used his food stamps because he wasn't gonna use them, and they bought some of my stuff with food stamps too, literally. But I'm also like super broke, and my body's messed up. So could I went on with that? I mean, I was gonna pay for it originally anyway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I handle low vibrational food elegantly. Yeah, it's that's a great way of putting it. It's the best way to do it, Matthew. God bless you. God bless everyone in here. I'm gonna add some more time to the clock. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to live stream at night too. I got to make sure my energy's there. And obviously I usually go on earlier in the morning, but there's nothing to be ashamed about. You think those women that in whores, not that I'm just using it as a formal term, that go and have all the sex, Bonnie, do you think they're ashamed of having all this sex? I, I understand a lot of people are dogging them out and ridiculing them. They are the negative ones. They are the negativity because that's obviously what she wanted to do, and she's not really harming anybody, hurting anyone. Same with all of them. And she obviously enjoys it. Okay? So the negativity is the people that are coming after her. Meanwhile, I understand it was maybe a publicity event, but we're the ones that drawn into it. Yeah. Regardless, it doesn't matter if you're on food stamps and maybe it's kind of funny you have to use them. Let's not be ashamed. Feeling self guilt about ourselves, that's negative. Don't be ashamed. Yeah. Even for liking somebody or uh, whoever. You don't have to go tell everybody. It's up to you. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I bet you in the future, Bradley, I can already tell because of your character, you're gonna get a even better job. You know, it's already out there. Yeah, you wish there were more times in the day, Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, yeah. So do I. Yeah, that's see, that's what I mean. You have like that connection, and you just get like, yeah, you get deals. I nailed that one. Yeah, yeah. Like our Walmart closes like at 11 p.m. too. I know I'm far on these comments, but far behind. Yeah, like you like it better when there's less people there. I mean, that's why I like waking up super early in the morning. Uh, it's just all around more quieter. You got emotional learning. What does that mean, Matthew? You know that's so funny, Little Miss Sunshine, because when I was walking with my mom 2 days ago, she actually was talking about when how the people steal at Walmart, and then like she was talking about how the management is, and yeah, yeah, yeah. The truth is, I don't know how the managers get there at any place, but the managers are usually the like least qualified to do the job. Yeah, and so I- yeah, that's just horrible. Yeah, yeah, Tyson. It's hmm yeah. Well, if that's when you just have to like focus back at them and maybe just like take your attention off of them. We just always got to remember be cool and have awareness. Because yeah, I definitely know what you mean, Bradley. I don't know if this was at like a work situation because obviously that's just you have to go about it differently. You have to basically withstand it. That's you just sometimes you just agree with people. You just agree with them, and if it's an ongoing thing, then you're just gonna have to leave. Because that actually is your cue to leave. Okay. Yeah. But outside of that, it's a lot. You know, you can say hi and bye to people, and yeah, even if some people don't, they're not trying to be like negative. They're just kind of like, they just give you, like you said, you felt the worst energy and your heart starts racing. The person could actually mean good, but it's just you don't want to be around that. Yeah. And that's good that you, okay, yeah, you sense that. Yeah. If you're asking me what I'm drinking now, uh, I was just drinking like fresh limonade. So limes and sugar, basically. Yeah. Well, what do I think about the upgrade to 6G wireless networks? I heard I heard somebody that said it's actually supposed to get more calmer and not be as bad the way they constructed it. But I actually have not heard anything about that, Bradley. And it's already been, you know what I mean, going on for a long time. Yeah, so I don't know how the full effects of it, but being in between the electromagnetic radiation, I would, if you can get away, turn your Wi-Fi off every night, turn your phones off every night. Anything that's sending signals, I always recommend turning that all off when you go to sleep. And any time that you can or want to. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean I agree with you, Bradley. Sometimes like I'm not up on all the news. Sometimes the news is hidden. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Like my health is messed up and it's better than it has been in the 9 years. But I'm not always looking into the news. It's always there, but I kind of like I just don't have energy to really like search through all that. You know, I the energy that I do have and spend, I always spend it for you guys. So, you know, if it's a YouTube short, if it's going live, you know, even getting myself better and resting when I can is for the greater good. Oh, thank you, Nocturnalized, for that. There's a lot of corn here. Okay, I'm definitely far behind. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, like Matthew DaCosta, is that these blessings they come in disguise. You know, you can't eat candy or small things anymore. Well, now, you know what I mean? Now you're going to be maybe eating better. Maybe that will lead you to somewhere else. erased me. I think you meant to say raised me, but that's terrific. Yeah, I mean, I ate sweets and soda every day of my life. A fun fact is my stepdad once worked at Pepsi, and other than me going down to like the corner store and getting soda pop all the time, big gulps, I I would drink Pepsi all the time at one point in my life because my stepdad would bring expired pop home. Oh yeah, I've only had cheesecake a few times, and it's definitely probably one of the best foods on the world. Yeah, well, nocturnalize, like make it happen. If that's your number one goal, make it happen. The quicker it happens, the faster it comes. Yeah, exactly. Like I've thought about that times too. And the last couple years, there's been like a week to 2 weeks where I stayed in my car. I lived in my car every year for like the last 3 years. And like I was saying, we all have like the similar thoughts. Rice pudding does sound good, but I don't even know if I've maybe had that once a long time ago. Matthew's getting a van to live in, so ooh, here we go. Woo. Are you gonna like? Yeah, I guess Matthew's gonna be traveling around. That's awesome. Oh, my thing, Bradley, is for Cash App. It should be Snap Crackle Fizzle. Yeah, for Cash App. Yeah, the super chats take like a third of the money away. Yeah, Cash App takes like whatever 25 cents. Uh, the only way you can fall out of awareness AMA is if you're completely and utterly exhausted. It's just it's gonna be too hard to be in stillness. Okay. Thank you, Bradley, so much. Yeah. I'll have my Cash App should be Snap Crackle Fizzle for anybody. Yeah. But I appreciate everyone. That's so nice of you. And it's so nice of all you. Thanks, Bradley, and I'm gonna continue dropping knowledge. Yeah, they hire them straight out of college. Yeah, they they just get you ready for hell. They get you they get you on the spot. They hire you straight to hell. Yeah, they seem to hire the people that gossip the most and don't actually do any of the work, which that's what I mean. It seems like they're like systematically doing that. See, the problem is, yeah, yeah, and that's okay, Matthew DaCosta. You might just have to like chill out, and then when you feel the time is right, no one can make the time feel right for you. Well, nocturnalize, you're super young, so you might not, you just don't need a job right now, or you might not need one. Why do you leave the kitchen cabinet door open though? Yeah, I mean, sometimes getting a job is not simple. Yes, eyes are the windows to the soul. I mean, yeah, that's why you don't always want to look people in the eyes. Not for very long. Yeah, well, I'm trying to open up a community where we can all basically live stress free and you can live for free and generate our own food. That's my next goal. Yeah, that's I mean Trump, yeah, Trump is just passing stuff like left and right off of his desk. I don't get why he would, but it's like, what does 6G wireless really mean? Is it, you know, yeah. So, I'm sure someone will tell me about it and people are going to be talking about it too. There is a lot of shit going on. I didn't know that he did that, and I also they just came with the 5G, so I don't know why they would even care to do that. Yeah, that's if you get comfortable when you lurk, look into someone's eyes. I was gonna say lurk. Yeah, yeah, you just avoid them, people. Don't look them in the eyes. Well, that's good that you pick up other emotions, AMA. Well, your energy, the energy of you guys, helps. It's a bond. and we build each other up. Even when I'm not here, not on the live, it's still building you guys up, and you guys are building yourselves up and doing what you want and building up other people eventually, or as we speak. Yeah. So it is a relationship, and I'm thankful for all your kind words, Bradley. Thanks for that donation to Nocturnal Eyes. Thank you too. You've had a lot of bad social interactions. Well, sometimes that can happen, and now you learn what bad ones are. You will be introduced to new ones, positive ones, good ones, fun ones. And just because you had these like negative or bad social interactions does not mean that it's going to continue, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen on the next one. And we become more equipped. We learn what to do, who to avoid. And once we get on the path, then then everything lines up. We don't really run into those organizations, and we don't run into those people very solemnly. Well, it's great to be tall, AMA. Yeah, we are creating something big here. Let's see. Take this down. Our bodies can't break down corn. Yeah, corn is a hybrid food. Hybrid. You feel it every time we come here, and I didn't get to go on live yesterday. Yeah, YouTube basically it says 16. I probably only get a $9 after that, and then they'll make me wait till I get like a threshold. So it's probably going to be another month before I see that $9. No, I mean the YouTube is a blessing, and it's going to get better. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to see you, Rich G. I'm kind of like a little late on the comments. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I expect myself to get there too. I'm kinetic, bro. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I plan not to get rich for me, but so I can get rich for other people. Yeah. Other than I might be getting a little milking goat, and I already have chickens, so you know I only need food for myself, and then I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you, AMA, and I appreciate you, all you wonderful souls, for being in here. No matter what choice you make, if you don't vibe with that choice, well, then that will put you on the path. So now you know. We're all here for each other. Oh yeah, the community is like a for sure. It's my next thing. It's just it was actually gonna happen quicker, but someone was gonna help me do it, and they actually had the funds for it. They did, but I don't think. Yeah, it's not happening anymore that way. Okay, but things are. It's still going. It's still in full throttle. It may happen faster. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be in your community. Yeah, and I would love for people to, all get along, build relationships, and, you know, help society. Be in nature and next to the flowing water, giving each other knowledge. Wow. Joking with each other, having fun. It's like we have to go through this to see where we want to be. This whole life is about a duality. We experience this one side, which is usually like the bad side, and then boom, then we experience this burst of energy, this community. Yeah, I love that emoji, Little Miss Sunshine. I, I might not even do it in the country, but that is the question that is on my mind, Bradley, because what state I would pick, I, I don't know. Washington, Oregon, it could be really anywhere, and it doesn't always have to be one either. Uh, Somewhere down like near Florida. I don't want it to get like too hot because I do like the cold. Yeah, it would be whatever would come to me realistically. Yeah, and there's just so many places, and I've been to only a few, very very barely none. So it's hard for me to pick, but I do want it to maybe be accessible. So like, I don't want it to be you have to travel and it's like impossible to get there because people might not come there. Yeah, somewhere that I feel would be best for the people. Why? Where do you guys think about? Oh yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome to go, Bradley, even if it's like a retreat. You still, even if you're just like visiting, you could just, you don't have to come and stay there permanently and sell all your shit. You just come and test the waters for yourself. Yeah. I'm no, we it wouldn't be like that. We would be generating our own money. We would already have funds. We'd be growing our own food, and we'd be like hunting, husbandry. That is true, Bradley, but maybe if we're in like some far off, like very like civil war about to erupt in the country. Like yeah, if we were in Israel or some country where we're not welcome, yeah, I could definitely see we'd have to be on guard, and but we shouldn't. We don't really have no business being there. Yeah, I've I don't know why snap crackle. It's like it's snap crackle fizzle. It's the same as my YouTube name, ironically, and it should just all be one word, Bradley. Or yeah, yeah. I'll go on like the description. That's just like a preset description for when I upload videos. Maybe there was a typo. Yeah, I most people that I know in real life, it doesn't get used that often, but sometimes, and yeah, they usually send it to me. Maybe I, I swear it's Snap Crackle Fizzle though. Well, thanks for letting me guys know. Yeah, well, that yeah, I appreciate that AMA. We're gonna get out of here soon, but a state with less winter than Massachusetts. Yeah, I think that might be like that's pretty much borderline Canada, and I just feel like that's not the ideal for people. It, like Greece, as where nocturnalized lives in Italy, that's like somewhere I just could see like something going on there. Puerto Rico, maybe Costa Rica. They're I feel like they're in their societies and civilizations. I've never been there, but I feel like they're more relaxed. Okay, my voice is dope as fuck. Yeah, Massachusetts may be a little bit too much. Yeah, no, there, yeah, the Smoky Mountains. I get like little goosebumps. No, the Smoky Mountains, but is it's definitely like it's for sure a thing. Yeah, yeah, you gave most of your shit when you moved away, Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, I mean, moving like moving a lot of shit is just like I've only yeah, it's just like too it's way too much to move like so much furniture. You just end up like not even wanting it. Like who cares? I, I you got to figure I moved like 3 times in the last 2 years and I was about to move a fourth time, okay? So like that's why I am where I am. And I was actually supposed to move to the mountains, believe it or not. I, but I threw out so much stuff. I threw out a brand new guitar, $400, $500, if not more, barely used at all. No, I didn't. I could have probably sold that. I wasn't thinking, but I know I let it get warped because of the weather and it's yeah acoustic. The thing that I actually wish I had was maybe some a table, but I really like the chalkboard. I had a nice chalkboard that I went and bought, and I threw it away. Yeah, but I do have like a whiteboard, and I don't even with markers. Two of the people are live right now. I just tried using your full tag name on here. Uh, huh. I mean, if I go outside of the app real quick, I can go look in Cash App and see what it is. But I'm pretty sure like 110% it's always been Snap Crackle Fizzle. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I mean, people's Matt the Visionary that I just seen his name. He sent me money before. Yeah, the Smoky Mountains it's a very huge place. It's pretty much like the Himalayas of the West. But my Cash App is Snap Crackle Fizzle. I just checked it. Yeah. I don't know why it's not popping up. That's so super weird. What? That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I did do like a transaction. Like I took money from Cash App and took it from my bank, but I had nothing in my bank. And but that was like the last transaction I did on Cash App, which was like a week or two ago, I think. And it was an accident. So I didn't have any money in my bank account. But I moved the money back out of Cash App. I remember. Yeah, that's I've never heard anyone say they couldn't get to it really. Yeah, it's better the pack light. You can it's just easier to move around. And once you have so much shit, eventually you're gonna have to spend like so much energy on it. It's just like yeah, I mean yeah, that's weird. It's so weird. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to see about that. But I appreciate you guys for looking out for me. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I went on the app and it didn't even make me log in. So maybe it's messed up because pretty sure you have to log in when you go in there. Your passcode at least. But I'll be here tomorrow morning, probably a little bit earlier because today was a little bit later. God bless all your souls. We've been here for a long time. It's time for us to be liberated. Thank you all for being here. You know, I'll see all you guys soon. Yeah, yeah, it's probably one of the best places. Yeah, I mean it's so native to us. It's it's close to home. Yeah, Appalachian Mountains. I is that the same? Are the Smokies and the Appalachians the same? Yeah. I mean, I yeah. Yeah, but that is like in the mountains. You can get some very nice privacy, very nice fresh air. Like how many acres? I don't as many as we can get, Matthew DaCosta. You know what I mean? We can have our own honey, husbandry, so many things. Yeah, we can. There's gonna be so many things. You know what I mean? And everyone's gonna have their own unique abilities, and then we'll just expand from there. Okay. Well, I'll have to search like the Smoky and the Appalachian. I know I stay like in the Appalachians, or but kind of like the outside of them. There are hills all around me, but Smoky, yeah, because the Smoky Mountains are more so out west. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you all for being here. We'll be back in this moment. Yeah. See, I just, I learned something. I learned one of the things is my Cash App is malfunctioning. Yeah, we'll have to see about later. No, I said 8 p.m. because I was going to try to go outside in the light, but this was so long, I don't know if I'm going to make it then. It may be later tonight. We'll just have to see. More like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. I appreciate you, the Costa. I will be back tomorrow morning for sure. God bless everyone from the bottom of my heart. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know that, Bradley. I appreciate all the support. Little Miss Sunshine said she'll be here tomorrow. It's no one's fault. We just make the change we want to see. I'll see all you guys later.